Hey guys, welcome back to The Fishing Teacher, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel today to check the video out. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Zoom Z-Hog creature bait. This is one of my favorite baits to fish during June, July, and August when the water's hot. I catch a ton of fish on this thing. Been around for a while, guys. Just an incredible creature bait. Bass love this thing. So what I want to do in the video today is I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on when the Z-Hog works the best. Several different colors you can use on it based upon the water clarities. So we're going to dig into that in today's episode here. Also, guys, a couple quick reminders before we get started. Solar Bat has they've got that big May sale going on my Signature Series glasses, my RB2s and 3s. The sale runs out at the end of May, which is just a couple days away. If you get a pair by the end of May, guys, you can get them at 40% off, and you can get 40% off on prescription lenses. Use the promo code RandyB for free shipping and handling. I'll have the Solar Bat link in the description of the video. And also, guys, I'll have the Z-Hog link in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video if you guys like to order some. And guys, one final thing, with your Z-Hogs, any soft plastic bait, it's important to use a scent. So I've been using this Baitpop. You guys heard me talking about this. I'll have the Baitpop link in the description of this video as well through my Tackle Warehouse link. It's got real fish in it. It's got amino acids. It stays on the bait forever. Just put a little dab on your fingertip. Comes in different flavors and colors like that. And just rub it into the bait. This is what I do on all of them. And what happens is when that Z-Hog or any soft plastic bait is sitting on the bottom and their nose down on it, they say a bass can smell better than a dog. So when that bass is like that far away from it and you've got that Baitpop on there, they're a lot more apt to eat the thing than if it doesn't have it on there. So all those links are in the description. Really appreciate that. Okay, one of the things about soft plastic lures or any type of bait in general is, we talked about this before, there's windows throughout the course of the year where certain ones work better than others, certain colors work better than others. So the Z-Hog to me is a really good bait anytime the water temperature is over 70 degrees, especially when you're pitching and flipping and fishing around shallow cover. This is a bait that I pitch and flip in and around shallow cover in a variety of different water clarities based upon the color that I want to use. So as far as my lure selection throughout the course of the year, I start implementing the Z-Hog about the 1st of June, and I'll fish it throughout the summer. I catch a lot of fish on it, all through the summer. So let's talk a little bit about my favorite colors. I basically have 4 different colors that I like in this based upon the conditions and the water clarity. So the first one, the one I was holding up here, guys, you can't go wrong with green pumpkin. Green pumpkin is universal. It works in probably the most diverse amount of water clarities that you have. But for me, I like the green pumpkin anytime that water visibility is like 2 to 3 foot of visibility. That's my zone for it, is the green pumpkin. A lot of times I'll put some chartreuse dye on the tails, but green pumpkin, 2 to 3 foot of visibility, really, really good bait. If the water visibility is cleaner, say for example, you got over 3 foot of clarity, then I'll go to a watermelon. Now the watermelon, you can see, is a little bit more translucent than the green pumpkin. You can see the difference between the green pumpkin tail on there. And this translucency, the lighter translucent color on the Z-Hog, is really good in clear water. So let's say, for example, I've got around 3.5, 4 foot of visibility, flipping and pitching around boat docks or flooded brush or whatever, catch a lot of fish on the watermelon color. Now, another thing about watermelon that I really like on there is watermelon will take dye better than any other color they make as far as making it bright. So one of the things I like to do in the clear water is, if I have a cloudy day or rainy day, I'll make sure that I'll dip about probably half of an inch of those pinchers in chartreuse, and it seems like it really, you get a lot more bites with that. Okay, the other 2 colors I use a lot is if I'm fishing water visibility, again, this is the range we go, 1 to 2 foot of visibility, specifically closer to a foot, 1.5 feet. That's when I'm using this, what they call the black sapphire, which is a black with blue flake in it. And in that more stained water, the black, but the blue on there will help silhouette it a little bit. The flash of the blue on there, as you can see, is really appealing to the fish. And I've probably caught more big fish on the black sapphire than I have about any other color if I get into that water window. Black sapphire is also really good when you're pitching and flipping around really heavy cover, like really thick bushes, thick laydowns, lily pads, flooded, matted grass. Really, really good color, you know, to catch some good fish on it. And then the last one I fish is what's called the black neon. This is solid black with red flake. This is my dirty watercolor. So this is going to be relegated to water visibility of under 12 inches, which that's what I really like to fish. One of my favorite ways to fish in the summertime is I'm looking for the dirtiest water in the lake. I catch a lot more fish in the dirtiest water. So if I can find water visibility like 4 or 5 inches, dirty water in the lake, this black sapphire works, or excuse me, this black neon works really, really good in that dirty water. In about any sky condition, you know, you can catch them in bright sun, you can catch them in clouds, anything like that, but really, really good color in dirty water. And also, for whatever reason, the black sapphire works really, really good at night. If you guys like to night fish, this is a really good bait to use for night fishing. Now, most of the time, I'm Texas rigging it. Well, not most of the time, all the time, I'm Texas rigging it. I usually flip it on a straight shank, 3/0 Gamakatsu G Finesse worm hook. I'll put all those links in the description here in my Tackle Warehouse link. And based upon the cover depth, my weight size will change. I like to fish the lightest weight that I can get by with. Even in the summertime, I just get more bites in that shallow water. So here's sort of my rule of thumb on weights. If I'm fishing what I call more a sparse cover, like say if I'm pitching it up next to a stump, or pitching it next to a dock piling, or pitching it to a bare rock bank where my bait is not actually over or trying to penetrate something, I like to go to a 3/16 or a 1/4 ounce, you know, fairly light sinker. And as the cover increases, I'll go a little bit heavier. Probably my favorite all-around size of weight for flipping in the summertime is the 5/16. 5/16, it falls fairly quick, but not too quick. It allows you to penetrate a little bit thicker cover, yet a little bit sparser cover. So 5/16 is probably my favorite weight. Now, as the cover gets thicker, say for example, the bushes get thicker, or I'm flipping it into thicker vegetation, thicker grass, thicker lily pads, thicker lay down trees, gnarly type stuff, then I'll go up to like a 3/8 ounce, possibly even a 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce is a really good size for penetrating a little bit thicker cover. And then finally, if I'm flipping and pitching like matted vegetation, like thick mats of hyacinths, I'll go up to a 1 ounce sinker. So it just all depends on that. On all these, one of the things that I do use as far as my line test, I use 20 to 25 pound test Seaguar and Vizex all the time. I don't care what the water clarity is. I don't care the size of the bait that I'm using. 20 to 25 pound test Seaguar and Vizex. I'll put that link in the description too. With the exception is I'm flipping mats. If I'm flipping thick matted vegetation, like thick hydrilla, thick milfoil, thick hyacinths, then I'll usually go to 40 pound test braided line, that Seaguar Smackdown braid. Fish all of these on a flipping stick. But there's something about it, I'm not really sure what it is. It's the profile of the bait, the way it's set up, you know, the diameter and the bulk of it. But for whatever reason, this time of year, I catch a lot of fish on it. I catch more fish on the Z-Hog than about any other soft plastic in terms of flipping and pitching in the summertime. And I'm not saying that as a blanket statement. There are exceptions to the rule, and I do fish other soft plastics, but this is my go-to. It's like I usually start out with this, and the fish have to prove it to me that they're not biting it before I'll put it down. So anyway, guys, give it a try. Credible Bait, man. Links are in the description to get you guys set up, and hope it helps you guys catch some good fish.